I was a fan, so we put him on a record called Jerk. I called KG and I was like, yo, we got to put him on a record. So we put him on that.
Next in 50.
Yeah. Like, if you weren't singing, what would you be doing, man?
Selling dope with a white girl at the I'm just playing. I'm playing.
You know you're sexy too. I like your attitude. I ain't even mad at you.
Thisis50.com.
Honey, still right by me. Make living lively, highly spoken of. My only love, the only one. You're my wifey. Make my life complete.
Really, I'd probably be an engineer like my father, or something in politics because I love speaking my opinion and arguing for things that I believe in. So something like that.
Well, I seen you like kind of arguing at your birthday party with was that Kyle was showing his ass?
You know what? That was at Q Parker's birthday party.
Okay.
And
that was his birthday.
Yeah,
party.
we cool. To be honest, I hate to say it, but everything boils down to egos or misinformation. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody else to be in the middle of that. Because the crazy part is Kyle, Wingo, and all them, we be on the road together, and it's cool. When you can have it out with your boy in the car, and y'all get to the club, and y'all cool 10 minutes later. What you drinking, nigga? But when you in the spotlight somewhat, and you argue, and then there's cameras around, then it gets, elevated.
Sticky, right,
yeah,
right.
So we was all wrong, and it's crazy when you're a fan of somebody and you argue with them and you really can't diss them because you like their music. So
right.
That's what it is. They cool. I just think that there's a small fraternity of us that's left that's trying to do real R&B, and they want to age us and make us seem like dinosaurs already. You would think we're 45, 50, and we, mid-30s. So
Yeah, that's so confusing how they do that.
Because they say groups of the 90s, and we came out like 98. That ain't, it's kind of like the 90s, but you try to group us, with groups that we grew up on, that, that we was listening to in elementary, and you kind of put us together. So they have these throwback concerts, and they be having Bobby Blue Bland on there and BB King, and also, Next or something like that. You're like, nah, man.
Come on, don't do us like that, man. So who you like right now? This brand new, because it ain't nobody really like this, carrying the torch like you guys was back in the day. They don't sing like that no more.
You know what? I think Chris Brown is the future. If he can, the difference is we make the same mistakes coming up, but all we had was Black Planet, and all we used to do was put in the zip code when we was going to a city, or the area code, so we could see who's in that city and hit them up on a sneak. But now that you have like all these different media outlets that can tape your mistakes and play it over and over again, he looks like a bigger asshole than he really is. I think he's just immature and makes mistakes, which we all did. I know y'all did. You just didn't have a camera in your face.
Right.
And that's not an excuse. I like Chris when his hair is the regular color it's supposed to be. When he's dancing and singing, not trying to rap with a cigarette in his mouth. I think he's the truth.
Though.
Yeah, but I had a record deal for rapping first. I was a rapper first.
Get the out of here.
I wrote Butter Love in 30 minutes. Because I write like a rapper. It's like, it's the same thing. I had to make a decision early in my career. Do I want to rap or sing? Because you can't do both unless you're Drake. Now you can, but back then it was like, you can't do that. Missy was the only one that could do it, but I knew I couldn't do both. And singing got the girls, so that was easy. But I think Tank is really underrated. I think Tank is dope.
Extremely.
Yeah, I love Tank. There's new cats, because I don't want to be that old dude in the club in the corner watching younger cats get the chicks and hating on them. I think there's some talent out there. I just think that with us, we would go to the groups before us and get advice so we wouldn't make the mistakes they did. I think these younger artists think they know more than they know, and they wouldn't make as many mistakes if they just came and got some knowledge. I think anybody would. When somebody finally comes to you and go, well, how do I do this? I need some advice on this. I think there's a lot of talented artists, but they don't even know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man. And you look more eager than ever, man, to know what I'm saying, to make this thing happen. So, what are you working on in here?
Well, I got the new mixtape. It's called The Life. That's 22 records. I recorded 22. And I recorded 80 records for the album. It's called 515. I was born at 515, and I kind of look at it as a rebirth. And that same hunger, like, that's why I told you a lot of stuff is coming off the wall. I don't want a reminder of what I did before.
I see what you're doing.
I got some new shit I'm trying to do.
Gotcha. 5:15, so you're a Taurus.
I know, 5:15 in the morning.
Oh, 5:15 in the morning.
I'm an Aries.
Okay, gotcha.
Aries, 4-2. 4-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's something about you that people be surprised to know, like a hobby or whatever?
I'm a nerd. I'm in the bed by 10:30 at night usually. I'm up at 5 every morning to go to the gym.
That's me.
Yeah. I love to read. I'm a big gadget type person. Electronics.
I don't like to do none of that shit.
I think that's about it. And I think that people will be surprised to know I'm shy and I've suffered from low self-esteem since I was like 5.
Why are you coming out with that right now?
Oh no, because I've spoken to kids about it. I tried to kill myself my senior year of high school.
Man, Aurel, I'm blown away right now.
I know it went from no, nigga, I'm laughing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is
you gotta laugh at your triumph.
And you dealt with this too already. You cool with it.
Yeah, that's one of the blessings of coming out of a situation and finally being the focal point is you can use your voice now. Because before we had a rule where I can't talk about me. You got to talk about me. So if it's something I'm working on, you big me up. I can't big me up. So what happens if I don't have nothing to big you up about? You're not going to big me up. You ain't going to talk about what else, other things I'm doing, I'm involved in, because then I'm going to be shining. The conversation going to be all about over here. So now I can talk about myself for the first time. I got a lot of shit going on, people.
So why did you try to kill yourself, though? What were you going through?
I was verbally abused growing up. I wanted to sing, and I remember being put on punishment all the time and not being able to go do talent shows and things like that, or hearing you're not gonna be nothing, you ain't. You know what's crazy is and my parents are still together. I love my parents. My dad's a good man, but I think that the parents before them said crazy stuff to them, and it carried on a lot of times like a disease. So certain things that parents probably said to us or their parents said to them, you wouldn't hear nowadays. It's cruel, but it was just a way of life back then, man. But I made it through. I'm here sitting here with you,
man. In real life, dog.
Yeah, we got to work on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, you gonna really work on the album with me?
What am I?
Come on now. Come on, this is too much for me, RL.
I told you.
I thought you was giving me that superstar shit at first, man. I was just gonna walk out of here.
I told you when I got the call and they said you was in town. I was like, oh no, they gotta come to the house.
Word.
Like it wasn't like, oh, where we meeting at? Nah, I'm a fan. Like, so I mean it. Like, you was like, how you be really? I'm really. What do I be? This is 50. Well, you nigga, what?
Wow. In real life. This is really happening, man. I grew up on you.
I appreciate it, man.
That's nuts to hear, dog. So you really gonna help me out with my album?
We what am I? Yes.
That's what's up. Yo, I'm lost right now. I don't even know what else to say. So RL, man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be working on my album. You working on your album right now. When is there? You said 5/15 is gonna be the release date for it.
No,
right?
that's the time I was born. That's the title.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who I want on the album, because if you really think about it, comparative to other groups when we came out, we didn't have nobody walk us in like that. Like, KG from Naughty, discovered us.
Right.
But he was more like, he was real quiet. He was more in the background. I'll produce, let y'all do y'all thing. But we didn't have a Puff or a Big or a Jermaine or the Brat to come out. So I want those things, but I also don't want people to be watching my show and looking to the side to see if somebody gonna jump out and spit a verse. So I'd rather say that for the remixes. So I can easily say, well, yeah, I can put out myself and I can, make some money. But if there's a movement going on that I can be a part of and say, listen, let me add to that, because I can be a good lieutenant, knowing I'm a general at heart. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me, long as I'm someplace where it gives me the biggest platform possible to be heard. Because I feel like my music's incredible. I feel like if people get to hear it, then I'm good. But if I go somewhere and it's independent and they don't have the marketing and the promotion I need and people don't get to hear it, what good is it gonna do?